Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into the absolute chaos of modern screens, and more importantly, we're going to learn how to actually reclaim our mental health. If you've been feeling this persistent buzz of low-level exhaustion, or if your attention span feels like it's just been shattered into a million tiny pieces, you are in the exact right place. We're going to unpack the global wellness trends surrounding the concept of a digital detox and really break down exactly what our devices are doing to our biology.
Okay, so before we get into the heavy science, let's start with a quick question to kind of mirror our current reality. Take a second and honestly ask yourself, how many tabs are open in your brain right now? And on a more tangible level, how many times have you checked your phone today? Did you check it the second you woke up, while waiting for your coffee? Maybe you even checked it just a few seconds ago.
Well, if your gut reaction is way too many, you're definitely not alone in this. Recent behavioral studies actually show the average person checks their device 144 times a day. Seriously, think about that. In a standard 16-hour waking day, that is nearly 10 times every single hour. It's feeding this exhausting, never-ending loop of connectivity that our brains simply were not biologically evolved to handle.
Section 1. The hyper-connected reality. Let's look at how blurred the lines between work and rest have really become.
We're living in an era where those glowing rectangles in our pockets dictate our lives, and you can see the fallout in these modern screen symptoms. We've all been there, right? Battling things like phantom smartphone vibrations, where you'd swear you felt your phone buzz but your pocket is totally empty. We fall victim to the urge to doom scroll late into the night. We carry this always-on anxiety, which is basically an underlying dread that we're missing an email or update. It completely shatters our ability to focus on the present moment, and honestly, it's a massive cognitive load.
Moving on to Section 2. What exactly is a digital detox? To counter this modern epidemic, we need a solution. Now, to be clear, a digital detox is not about chucking your smartphone into the ocean forever and moving off the grid. That's a total myth. It is really about intentionally setting healthy boundaries. It's about consciously refraining from electronic devices at specific times to reduce your stress, prevent that dreaded burnout, and simply give your brain a much-needed break so you can reconnect with physical reality.
Section 3. Your brain on screens. So what's actually happening under the hood when we stare at our feeds all day?
When you look at the wellness levels of someone who is hyper-connected, the data reveals a pretty heavy toll. We're all trying to maintain our baseline mental health, sure, but look at how high those levels of competing stress and creeping burnout are. They quickly erode our daily capacity. It's exactly why you might feel unmotivated, tired, or irritable for seemingly no reason at all.
And then there's the sleep issue. Neuroscience reveals that the artificial blue light emitted by our screens severely damages our sleep hygiene. It literally tricks your brain into thinking the sun is still up. This suppresses your body's production of melatonin, which is that crucial hormone you need for sleep. It throws your biological circadian rhythm completely out of sync. So even if you manage to sleep for 8 hours, you aren't actually getting the deep, restorative recovery your body desperately needs. The contrast here is just undeniable. A highly connected brain leads directly to high stress, fractured focus, and reward fatigue. But on the flip side, a detoxed brain fundamentally restores your health. You get lower cortisol, capacity for deep focus, and actual restored sleep. I mean, the difference is literally night and day.
Section 4. How to actually unplug. Now that we understand the science, let's talk about some practical methods.
You can start this today without completely derailing your life through 4 clear phases. First up, initiate a true digital detox focusing on your mental health boundaries. Second, translate that quiet time into daily mindfulness. Third, leverage your lack of screens to actively improve your sleep hygiene and circadian rhythm. Ultimately, all of this flows together to create a holistic self-care routine that actually manages daily stress.
By restructuring those boundaries, your daily wellness takes on a whole new shape. A proper work-life balance prioritizes sleep hygiene right at the core, followed heavily by mental health maintenance, daily mindfulness, and active self-care. Remember, we aren't eliminating technology here. We're just reallocating our time to the things that our biological recovery actually requires.
Section 5. Reclaiming your mental health. What happens when you consistently stick to this?
Well, consistently enforcing these new boundaries leads to some profound long-term transformations. It's not an overnight fix, but the compounding effects are staggering. You'll directly experience improved sleep hygiene, meaning you'll wake up actually feeling rested. You'll develop far better stress management because your nervous system isn't constantly being triggered by notifications. It acts as a robust defense against burnout, increases your daily mindfulness, and fundamentally deepens your real-world connection with the people right in front of you.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to this core truth. A digital detox directly improves your mental health. Stepping away from the screen is no longer just a trendy idea for a fancy weekend retreat. Experts verify that it is an absolute biological necessity to survive and thrive in the modern digital age. Our brains literally require offline silence to function properly.
So, you've got the data, we've walked through the science, and you know the actionable steps. The only thing left to decide is this: when will you power down today?